Jesus is leaving, and blind Bart is just there. He's unhealed. He's sitting by the road. Jesus is walking by. The door of opportunity is quickly closing. And this is really no big deal if there are lots of other healers coming by, right? Now it's 2 o'clock. We'll wait for the 4 o'clock healer to walk by, and we'll just get healed by him. But there's not another one. There's one Jesus, the healer, who is coming by, and he is walking by. Will Bart risk being a totally out-of-control maniac and give up everything to meet Jesus face to face? Will he risk being roughed up by the security posse just for that chance? Because Bart is desperate. He goes out. He is sold out, going for Jesus. He is going there. He's yelling at the top of his lungs. And I know a little bit about yelling at the top of your lungs. I have a couple people in my house that have no volume control switch. It is always on loud, right? I know. This was a loud racket. And in the midst of all of this, Jesus stops. He stops. Well, why does he stop? Was it that he finally heard Bart? Was it that he was waiting for Bart to go all out? Was it that he was waiting for his head knowledge to figure out into his heart that that's the only chance I have? Bart calls out, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And the Son of David was a messianic term, that the Messiah who was coming, who was going to make everything right. He was going to set everything right in Jerusalem. He was going to bring peace. Peace. And he was the one who could bring mercy to him. See, Bart calls for mercy, and the only thing that you need to know to cry out for mercy is that, one, you need mercy. You are in a bad way. And the second part is, there's nothing you can do, only the other person can give you mercy. And that's what Bart does. He cries out for mercy. And Jesus stops. And he stops the security team as well. And he says, call them. You know, it's kind of funny that you read the stories of Jesus rebuking the rebukers, right? He rebukes the security team. These were the guys that not long ago in the book of Mark, he goes, keep those children out of here. Jesus can't be bothered with people like that. I just got this mean voice, and hopefully you're tracking with that. Stay out of the way of Jesus, right? And then all of a sudden they go, oh, sorry, Jesus, we were just making it easier for you to do work. Oh, they are your work. Sorry. And then they bring them along. We'll bring them right away. So these security people, they've been rebuked, and they go, all right, Bart, cheer up, on your feet. He's calling you. And in my head, I'm thinking, that doesn't sound like a very kind way of bringing someone along. I get this sarcastic way that they were saying, like, come on, cheer up. He's calling you. We're waiting, right? In one way or another, Bartimaeus is never going to be the same again. He takes his cloak, the cloak that is lying on the ground, and he throws it to the side and jumps to his feet. So why do they mention the cloak? Why didn't they just say, well, and he came to Jesus? Why do they mention that he took his cloak and threw it to the side and went to Jesus? Why did they say that? The idea here is this. The cloak was his way of making a living. He sat on his cloak each day. The cloak was probably the most expensive thing that he owned. This cloak was the thing that kept him warm at night. And he was taking everything and throwing it to the side. His old way of life, his way of staying warm, comfort, and throwing it to the side at the chance of getting face to face with Jesus. This cloak was not nearly as important as a face-to-face encounter with Christ. He left it all behind. He risked it all to meet with Jesus. And you can feel the anticipation as Bart just half walks and he's got his hands out in front of him and the crowd just parts like the Red Sea. And he gets up there and you're thinking, well, he's going to say his speech, right? That he's been rehearsing. He's heard Jesus, the whispers of Jesus. When he sees him, he's going to say this. And he doesn't say anything. Jesus does instead. Jesus says, "What can I do for you? What do you want me to do for you?" Now you notice two things here about this question. This question is an open-ended question. There's not like, all right, what do you want me to do financially for you? No, it's just, what do you want me to do for you? What's your greatest need? What's your greatest need? And the other part of it, it's a personal question. What do you want me to do for you? What is your greatest need? It's not that he says, well, how can I help out you and your family or your friends? It's like, what do you want me? What's your greatest need? You know, what if Jesus would ask us that open-ended personal question? What do you want me to do for you? I think that there's a lot of different ideas that would pop into our heads. I wrote down a couple of them that I think might resonate, and there's people here that I know that this is how they would answer. Because if we're really honest and open, some of us would say, you know, I harbor a lot of guilt deep down in my heart because I have made some terrible choices in life. You know, here's your blank, fill it in. Maybe, I betrayed friends, or I have betrayed a wife or a husband, or I have sabotaged family relationships. Insert the thing, but I hold guilt deep down for that. And I wear a mask today, thinking I've got it all together. But inside, I am just a wreck. And Jesus, I need your forgiveness because my heart is full of all this grimy, gritty guilt. Some of us would say that, Jesus, I need to be free of my addictions. Again, insert your addiction. Maybe it's drugs, alcohol. Maybe it's internet porn. Maybe it's an addiction to power and being a workaholic and never looking like you're weak. Maybe that's your addiction, however it is. And Jesus, I need you to give me some healthy habits and new eyes to see the world around me. Some of us would say this one. Jesus, I see myself as worthless. I haven't been happy since middle school. When I look at myself in the mirror, I see garbage. I'm just a worthless beggar, and I don't deserve anything good in life. And I don't want to hide it anymore. But you do. You hide it, and you have this distorted self-image, and you tear other people down to make yourself feel better, but you don't feel any better. And you would say, Jesus, I need you to clean off that mirror and make me see myself as you see me, the beautiful person that you have made me to be. Maybe here's another one. Maybe your greatest need is say, Jesus, I have no internal peace for my eternal destiny. I have none. I don't know if I died, whether I would be with you. I don't have that peace. And I need a new heart from Jesus the healer. And I need to trust that you will take care of my destiny. and will make me clean before God. Maybe those, any one of those is your greatest need.